Literally no one saw it. A 200,000 view video and no one saw the comment at all. So I had to go dig for it, and this is actually it right here. What's up guys, Derek, moreplacemordates.com. Today we are going to be revisiting the Chris Bumstead first cycle. Again, I feel like this is an abused topic at this point, but there was more information that came to light that was worth making another follow-up post on because it went completely overlooked in the first video, and that is Iain actually commented on the first post and laid out the entire cycle, and it was more elaborate than just Anavar only. So despite the fact that his Instagram story, he basically said Chris did Anavar only for his first cycle, what was not disclosed is the fact that indeed there was actually an injectable compound deployed after, as well as a beta-2 agonist, as well as a aromatase inhibitor. So the reason I found that out is because he actually DM'd me and said, look in your comment section for my comment that I made like a week ago. And I was like, oh shit. So unfortunately, YouTube does not really prominently feature, like it's not like they would know. How would they know to put this comment up to the top and have me see it if it doesn't get upvoted a bunch? And Iain doesn't post his own videos on YouTube, so when he posts a comment, it basically got buried and no one saw it. He has no profile picture, like he's not a regular commenter on the channel, so the post just got fucking buried to the point that literally no one saw it. A 200,000 view video and no one saw the comment at all. So I had to go dig for it, and this is actually it right here, and I'll pull it up. I'll expand it after I read the first part. Well, I'll just answer this because I know the exact answer. Chris did his first cycle of Anavar starting March 2nd of 2014, 40 milligrams daily. I even went back to my email to confirm. Haha. He did that for, I don't know why I can't say haha without fucking laughing. He did that for 6 weeks, then he decided to do the show, which he was then about 7 to 8 weeks out from. And we started his first cycle consisting of injectables for that show, which was end of May 2014, which I believe was test at like 125 milligrams every other day. So like 400 milligrams a week. 40 milligrams Anavar, and some Clen and an AI. So that's basically what I said in the video, which was interesting because I said, you know, it's surprising that Iain, you know, would be knowledgeable about bodybuilding and having been in it for a decent amount of time and know about this stuff and not have deployed a test base in there and have an injectable compound as the base androgen with that estrogen component in there. And then, you know, you would think obviously there'd be some sort of fat burning agent in addition to that, and then something to dry out closer to the show. I just assumed they were only talking about the anabolics because he just said Anavar only. So I was like, well, that's interesting. I'm surprised he showed up so fucking grainy, so much more muscular, so much everything on just that was like inconceivable. Like I thought for sure, at least there would be test in there too. And it turns out I was right. So yeah, 40 milligrams daily of Anavar, added in test at 7 to 8 weeks out, you know, at a decent dose, 125 milligrams every other day, and some Clen, you know, probably, who knows, 40, 60 micrograms, something of that nature, and an AI. So presumably Aromasin, Arimidex, Letrozole, one of the three, just to kind of crash estrogen in that coming into peak week to really, you know, pull out that grainy, dry look that he presented on stage. Next reply was, and to give more clarity to this, and to kind of show how freaky he was naturally when he started and how little he has really pushed things in his career, Chris did his first show at 210 pounds or so. He has never competed more than 230, weighed in at 233 this Olympia, but fully clothed. So in 6 years, he's only gained around 20 pounds of stage weight. That's 3.5 pounds a year, LOL. Where in juxtaposition, I competed at 221 that show we did together and was 255 this past Olympia, which is 35 pound difference for an average of almost 6 pounds a year. So, you know, like I can see that because the guy looked absolutely, like it's not like he's a shadow of what he was on his first show. Like Bumstead already had the foundation laid and already looked like Bumstead, you know? It's not like the guy totally like morphed his physique like a guy who hyper responds to a shit ton of gear. Like it looks like it was a reasonable progression with probably not a whole ton of shit because like you don't really need that much to go from your first cycle to gaining like 20 pounds of lean tissue. That's for a guy with hyper fucking genetic elite specimen genetics. That's not like a tall task, you know, over the time frame he did it. So, you know, 3.5 pounds a year, that's fucking nothing. And more, I think, sort of reinforces their statements about his really light off seasons. So, and then obviously when they found out about his kidney issue, that would, you know, even reinforce the justification for more well-tolerated low dosage off seasons and stuff as well. So I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff lines up. Like, you can tell when he stepped on stage, he was like pretty fucking well on his way to where he is now. It's not like he gained a shit ton since then. So, like, yeah, he's packed on a decent amount, but like, this is like pretty representative of, you know, the majority of his physique already. It's not like most bodybuilders, you see a first show they do, and then the more recent one, and it's like you don't even recognize the fucking guy. Whereas this is like pretty representative of, you know, a more linear, not insane progress that would require incredible amounts of abuse. So anyways, obviously there are some guys who abuse the shit out of their bodies just to gain that 15 to 20 pounds of stage weight though too, and less genetically blessed individuals who abuse the shit out of stuff just to gain fucking nothing. But I believe what he's saying, and you know, this is a more reasonable approach in my opinion that sort of actually makes sense. Because I was thinking, like, how the fuck do you show up like this on Anavar only? I couldn't wrap my head around it really, to be honest. I think I even said that in the video at some point. So anyways, that is clarification on the exact cycle. He's probably only looking at about, you know, 750 milligrams a week in total of anabolics, plus 40 to 60 micrograms of cleanse, something like that. Maybe upwards of 80 if they really needed it. But, you know, it's a lot. It's more than we otherwise were trying to wrap our heads around, and is a more reasonable, I think, approach to yielding this. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have, even with Chris's like Mr. Olympia genetics, it was hard to conceive that he would have stepped on stage on a few fucking pills of Anavar for 10 weeks straight. So anyways, good to see the clarification, and Iain's transparency is always very much appreciated in the community. So I thought this was a good video to kind of cap off the never-ending Bumstead natty series, I guess. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplatesmoredates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates_moredates. Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. Follow, check out Iain on Instagram. He doesn't have a YouTube, but he has an Instagram. And obviously you can follow his progress to becoming a top Olympian. He's already a top 10 Olympian as is, but you know, he's making good progress every year. And it's cool to see a fellow Canadian fucking killing it. So stay tuned for that on his Instagram. That's where he posts the most. If you want to support this channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas I designed myself from scratch. My recommended lab test panels, and anything else I am associated with, it's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.